Hello, my name is Eli Carter, and I'm the Executive Director of Union Station. I want to welcome a dear friend of mine, and it amazes me that it's been over 5 years since we were first introduced to one another.
Wow.
It is quite amazing. So first, I want to welcome you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the audience about what you do.
Well, my name is Trey Huntsman, founder of Huntsman Elite Basketball. I train basketball players for a living and also run an elite AAU program, boys and girls.
Okay. And I know at least some things that you do here at Union Station. You do something in the fall. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about that a little bit.
Very grateful for Union Station. For 5 years now, we've been running a program called Fall League. It's a faith-based, the entire program is a faith-based program. We take great pride in honoring Jesus. And it's a fall league that is a co-ed fall league, Saturday and Sundays, based on skill set, and boys and girls compete against each other in the sport of basketball, obviously. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to be able to come compete against all skill levels. We take beginners to elite. Teams get mixed up, and they get a chance to get after it. So, yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah, it is. And I know you did something for the first time this past winter as well. And I think it's very exciting to offer a new program. Go ahead and how about that a little bit?
Oh, yeah. So this year had a great opportunity for the first time to offer a Winter League. And so Winter League was a great opportunity for kids to come in and play competitive basketball. We also offered a day of skills training and practice where we work with kids and do skull sessions as well, either getting into the Word of God or just using different character building lessons to teach the kids to be great leaders or great teammates. So that was very successful and had almost 100 families involved in that. That was super awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It's great seeing the players, for myself, seeing them in the fall and also seeing them in the winter, but they're getting their skills have improved tremendously. Where you can see from the first week of fall league, then you see them in the winter league, and it's just amazing the talent that you bring in to Logan County and the Bell Fountain area. But I know all the families travel from all over the place. But of course, AAU season.
Yes.
It is March. Thank goodness the weather is changing to warm.
Yes, it is.
And so for some people, we think spring, but I know for you, you're thinking, all right, it's basketball season.
It's here.
So this year, you are coaching the girls program like you did last year. So you made that transition from coaching the boys to coaching the girls. And so go ahead and tell me a little bit about this year's girls high school team. What do you expect, or the talent and maybe some of the players, and what you expect out of them this year?
Well, we're in a great position. I mean, we have a ton of girls that have been in the program, training program, and in the AAU program for 5, 6, 7 years. So the cool thing is, and I think you can attest to this because you've been coaching with the young ladies for quite some time, is we've had a chance to see these girls develop, and we've seen the potential, so we're not shocked. But I think at the same time, it is awesome to see where they are, There's several girls I think of, if I would start with the obvious, which would be your daughter here, who just earned Player of the Year. When I first saw her play, I saw her potential. I mean, there was things she needed to work on, but when I saw her play, I thought, man, this girl is going to be a player. And for her to, do things like score 1,500 points so far on her varsity team, finish first team, and then get Player of the Year in her conference, that's amazing. And she's a sophomore, and so – then you've got another girl who obviously just came, who's always been in the program, in Savannah Pavoni, but now just transferring here, who was up for potentially getting Player of the Year in the CBC, and she earned first-team honors this year, along with the slew of awards from her team. And Savannah, as well as Alicia, these are powerhouse girls. And then you've got Jonathan Alders, top player, in my opinion, Abby Jones, who was very close to receiving the first-team honors, but got second-team honors, CBC. And she's a walking mismatch, And the 3 girls I've named so far, and there's several girls on our team, have the potential, if they have a desire to go play at the next level, to play college basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they honestly – along with several other girls in the program. You're looking at, we've got Morgan Hamby from Mechanicsburg. This will be her first year in the program. And that's a girl, in my opinion, is under the radar. She finished second team all conference this year too. Then you got Rachel Alexander from London. This is she's just now returning back to the program. She played with us as a sixth grader, I believe, and now she's back in the program for her junior year, and she was first team all CBC. You know, then we've got the Levan twins, you know, first team and second team, you know, in their conference. There's just a ton of girls in our program that are great. Gabby King from West Jeff, second team all conference, and then just received all Ohio honorable mention. You know, I mean, there's just a ton of girls in the program, and I know there's girls out there that I'm leaving out, but on the girls' side, we have a ton of girls that have earned not just the respect in their league, but we have girls that gel together, that play basketball the right way. And in my opinion, more importantly, the thing that probably matters the most to me is they care about each other, and they care about each other succeeding as well. Yeah. You know, and so that's unique, not just in AAU, but in sports in general. And so I think the culture alone established that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you know, I've been fortunately able to coach a lot of these girls since the sixth grade year. And it's just amazing. You know, the Van twins, we knew when they were sixth graders that they were going to make some noise once they get to high school level. Same with Gabby King. So many of them are just a basket full of talent that when they get on the court, you better watch out because they're going to bring the thunder. And if you're not prepared, you're going to get beat by 50, 60 points.
Right.
And I know you talked a little bit about the culture of your program, and you have some core values. Tell me about those core values are.
Well, our core values are God, family, toughness, and hard work. And so if I was given just a quick example of that or explanation of that, for us, we know that God is love. But we also tie in whatever we do to honor and glorify God. And so we make that a standard, first starting with me as a director, that I make sure that my decisions are not political. They're based on honoring God. My conduct is to honor God. And so the expectation starts with me first, and then the coaches, you know, that I'm challenging them that the decisions that they're making are to honor God, and then the players, and then the families, you know, even our crowd. And so, and this year I was challenged to do less recruiting and more trusting in God. And God brought in several players that, you know, there's a young lady from Anna, Lena Rowland, that's here this year. That's going to be a huge contributor, and I didn't recruit her. You know, they just walked in the door. You know, and so that was just a great testament of God's faithfulness, and us just trusting God, along with those that have been faithful to continue to stay here. So I believe even, you know, families like the Mitchells and even the Cullipes and so forth. Those families are here because of that constant, you know, trust and belief that God will be the forefront of everything that we do. Then the second one is family, which is basically the team is greater than myself. And that doesn't mean that you're not supposed to have individual goals. So we just talked about those accomplishments, but we promote family. And then toughness, being spiritually tough, right? Being able to fight through adversity and still trust God, right? Mentally and physically. And then our last one is hard work. You know, we're going to step on the court, and not just on the court, in the classroom, and everywhere we go, that we're going to give our best efforts. So God, family, toughness, and hard work. You know,
one thing that that happened during one of our AAU tryouts, and it was an unfortunate thing, and I'm going to be honest. I feel that what we did, or what you did, you led it, of course, but once it happened, I think it was an eye opener to the families that were here during the tryout. Unfortunately, one of the players went down with an injury. Was laying on the court, and you could see she was in pain. Of course, we stopped everything. You went over there, knelt down with her, talked with her. Then you prayed for her. Then you asked, or some other coaches came on board and circled around her, laid hands on her. Not a spiritual freaky thing. It's just a natural thing that you do. And we prayed. And I know after the tryout, one of the families came up and they're like, can I give you my email address? You know, pretty much stating that I want my kid playing for you, knowing what you bring to the table. So that is the culture that you bring, and I think is far better than any AAU program out there. You know, of course, you talk about your trainings, you bring the God into that for your fall league, winter league. People, when they walk into the gym, they know that you're faith-based and you're a man of God and a true character. Another thing, I know I'm rambling on a little bit. Last year, I know at one game that I saw a powerful testimony through yourself. We played a team. Before the game, the coach said, hey, we're a little inferior to you guys because they were losing 20, 30 points to teams that we were beating by 30, 40 points. And the girls, like you said, toughness, hard work. So as soon as that ball went up for the jump ball, our girls were just through full throttle, just scoring, playing great team basketball. And I think by the first half, we were up by 30. You took off naturally I think we got up by 20. You took off the press. But the coach was still a little irritated with how the things were going just because we were continuing to score. And he was saying some not so kind words at any level to a coach. And you didn't respond. You kept your cool. I don't know how you did it. I give you kudos for that because, of course, we're all competitors when we're on the basketball court, even as coaches. And so at the end, I just gave you, and I still give you a lot of praise for that as a role model for other coaches to see you don't have to respond. You don't have to forego your core values based on an emotional type of a response. So kudos for you. Very proud to be within your program. For my daughter, she's been involved. Started training, I think, towards the end of her 5th grade year. Then decided to try AAU out, and we just been family ever since. And so I know from the Carter standpoint, we'll never go anywhere, and I know a lot of families that are on your AAU program will never leave you just because of the type of character, not only just of who you are as a basketball coach, but what you bring to the table with the skills that these kids have developed over the years and how competitive they are. I know for the girls program, when they were 6th, 7th, 8th graders, we won a couple tournaments, but not consistently. Last year, we were in the championship game, I think 5 tournaments in a row, which is phenomenal. Went to Louisville, very competitive, won a lot of games there. I know from a parent's perspective, a lot of these colleges are recognizing Huntsman Elite as a powerhouse program and are starting to recognize these kids not only here locally, but again, college recruiters are saying, man, if they're playing for Huntsman, that's a great program. So sorry to sell your program a little bit for you, but I appreciate it. But that's just a heartfelt thing for me as a parent, as a coach, just seeing from the outside what is happening within your program. So it's phenomenal. And I know that you're getting ready, you have to go to training. It's about 5 o'clock. So is there anything else that you want to end on?
No, I just thanks for the opportunity to be here. We obviously will meet several more times. We're looking forward to participating this year in fall league. We're looking forward to participating this year in AAU season. Go to huntsmanelite.com to follow us. God bless. We love you guys.
All right.